I think by this point on the channel you'll know I do a lot of stuff. I have this channel, I have this car, and I have my own businesses. People say to me I'm doing quite well. I think I'm doing okay, not amazingly, and I could always be doing better. But they always say, what has driven you to this point? What's made you actually do something? Even if I'm not doing amazing, right? What's made you do something? Because I don't have to really do very much. It's because I want to, and it's because I need to. There's a big reason why most people do not achieve or realize their goals. It's because they do not outline them clearly and the path to them. And this is, I think, one of the most detrimental things that people need to consider, because, let's face it, right, we're only here for a set period of time. That's what life is. So why waste it? Now, I'm not saying what is and isn't the right things to do, or what are or aren't the right things to do. But I am saying this. Everybody has a set of dreams. Let's make them come true. The trouble is, though, most people, when it comes to it, when they need to, can't stay set on these ambitions. And what I mean by that is, it's always, let's do the work tomorrow. It's always, well, I'm not sure if this is what I really want. It's always, well, I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'll give you an example. This YouTube channel is not doing amazingly well, but for me, I'm impressed. We're touching nearly 2,000 subscribers, which isn't bad. And I'm not going to lie, I did always think it was going to happen. I'm not going to act like I never thought it would. But I think that's part of the journey, because I always thought it could. And because of that, I knew what I needed to do. If you want to make videos, both as an income stream and as a stream of, well, happiness, fulfillment, you're going to need to make videos. And you get other people who are not sure about what they want. They don't take the time to experience and find out. Obviously, the concept of making videos is just my little interest. It's one of them. But this is the point. Because I knew what I wanted to do, I knew how to do it, I knew how to get on the road. Most people don't think about what they want to achieve until it's too late. They think about the end goal of how nice it'll be, but they don't think about the journey. And because of that, they don't ever get on the journey. I want to use this analogy. Let's say destination A, destination B. There's a road in between. But you're never going to get on the road if you don't start driving there, right? You're never going to get to destination B if you don't start driving there. So there's a road that comes in between it, fair enough. Yeah, that's not always the funnest part. But that's worth considering. Because what it means is that there is going to naturally be an element of work, an element of difficulty, and an element of uncertainty. Even though I have my businesses, even though I have this channel that's doing okay, there's days where I can't see the mission, as in it feels like it's not working. There's days where it feels like it's all for nothing. It's not going the way I'd like it to, even if it is, right? But even on those days, you've got to stay working with it, because if you don't, and if you lose sight of that mission, you'll never achieve it. People say, how do I get started on this and that? I think I know for a fact step one is to get started on it. Let's say uploading my first video, right? Quality was quite poor, thumbnail was quite weak, and it didn't get many views. But it started my journey of talking about my reselling business, and also of recreating the sort of content that I'd like to see. How could I ever expect to have a successful YouTube channel if I can't be bothered to make content? It's obvious when you think about it like that. But going off of that, my next point is this. Because they don't know that they don't think about the fact that the work is required to be part of this or to join this mission, they fail to get on with it. Like I say, I have days where I can't see the aim of the mission. Even if I know what it is deep down, I can't see it in those days. Sometimes we feel like that, right? We wake up, it's grey skies, it's miserable, we're not feeling well, whatever it is, you're just not in the mood. But you've got to get on with it, because you know that tomorrow you'll thank yourself. And then I see people who say, later, tomorrow, next week, whatever, that's when I'm going to start, on the 30th, on the 1st, whatever. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You need to start it now. The first weeks and months of basically any project, I'd say, are going to be unsuccessful. They're not really going to be great. They're probably going to have more stress than they have success. But when you're sure that this is what you want, what else have you got to work for? When you're certain that this is what your aim is, when you're certain that this is what you're trying for, nothing else will matter, will it? And that's why I can always persist. Whether it's with the YouTube videos or whether it's with the businesses or looking into new streams of making money, I can persist because I know it's what I need to do. And most people seem to lack this in life. They don't think about what the overall journey is about. I just think for 70 to 100 years, let's say, which is probably most people's lifespan, why would we not use that time as well as we can? And what I mean is, why would we not look at different things that we can do, how we can really make what we want to see happen, instead of wasting time doing nothing meaningful? Look, at this point I've made countless videos talking about the fact that most people don't get their mission, they don't get to their end goal. But what I'll say is this: for that reason we can't look for the validation of others. They don't know what it is that we want. We can only look to the true meanings within ourselves. Whether it's the people that hate on us, the naysayers, the people who think it's impossible, there's going to be a lot of people for different reasons who don't think we can or should succeed with what we're doing. But when you're sure about this, when you're sure about what this is what you want, like I say, what else is there to work for? Nothing else matters. No one else's opinion matters. Look, the people who achieve great stuff in life, they don't do it by sitting in the parameters of normality, do they? Think about all of the great inventors of all time. Think about all of the great products, the biggest companies, the most successful athletes. Most of the time, these people will have had people who laughed at them, told them it wasn't possible, and yet they made it. And why would that be? It's because you don't look for the validation of others. It's because you look inside yourself. If you want to become successful in life, I think you need to become certain in what you do. Because this idea of someone said it's risky, there's loads of people who's going to put doubt in your mind. That's very easy. It's a very easy thing to plant the seed of doubt. But it's from people who don't know what they're talking about most of the time. So what I'm saying is this. I guess it has been quite a rant video, but I think it's a shame, and that's why I can kind of get so passionate about subjects like this, because in a life that's so short, to see it not utilised to its fullest and see people basically live beginning to end relatively unhappy seems like a waste of time. I don't know if people are going to agree with this one. I don't know if people are going to like it. Obviously, when you make content like this, it's always a risk that people will not like it, people won't find value from it. I'm just sharing my opinion, but I think what I'm trying to say here is, if you've got a dream, if you've got an ambition like I do, because I know everyone does deep down, even if it's kind of died off because people haven't allowed it to flourish, don't look to them anymore. You need to become sure in the fact that you can do it. And you need to not stop trying, basically, until you have. Is that more difficult? Yeah, it really is. There's going to be people, trust me, I'm telling you from first-hand experience, all along the way that talk to you about how very impossible it is. And a lot of the time, it may seem like they're right. But if you do achieve your goal, just wait until you see the look on their face. We're not doing it for the validation of others, we're doing it for our own happiness. But with that being said, if that's the case and we don't need that validation, why are we looking for it when it comes to bad stuff? We'll have people tell us why it can't be done. And I think the reason is because of this. It's significantly easier to go down the avenue of not doing the work, not waking up early to do work, not achieving that goal. It's significantly easier to do that than genuinely say, okay, why have I not done it? That's the difficult thing, and it's not a happy thing always to acknowledge, because you do almost certainly have to acknowledge an element of failure sometimes. But what will come from that? What I think will come from that is the ability to reflect, the ability to be a more insightful person, but most importantly of all, the ability to actually achieve the goals that you aim for in life. And like I say, is nothing, I don't know if it is or isn't, you tell me, but is there anything more important than that? Than being happy, genuinely happy, and doing that in your way, not in the way that other people tell you to do it? So I guess that's a topic for contemplation that I'll leave this video on. Thank you for watching. Again, I don't know if it's been of use. I don't know if it's been a good topic. I just make these videos kind of for fun. The fact that people have subscribed and enjoy watching them, or at least I hope enjoy watching them, it's nice, but it's unexpected. So I'm going to keep sharing my views and thoughts on things, and we'll see how things go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I always like to hear it. I appreciate it. And like I say, if you have a dream, a mission, a goal, just stick to it, guys, because no one's going to do it for you, and the only person who will benefit fully from it is you. You can be proud of yourself when you look back, but you won't be proud of yourself for doing nothing. And that's where I'll end it. Thank you. See you soon.